What is up, guys? This is David, the Lifan Lycan V16 EFI Cruiser Model 250-D, not P but D. Now, the Lifan Lycan has been around for a while now. It's just that last year, 2019, they upgraded it to fuel injected, among many other motorcycle, manufactured in China, because nowadays everyone is going fuel injected and not carbureted. So before, you had a model called B as in boy, and you had another model called P as in Paul. Now last year and this year also, 2020, it's the same model, just that they reinvented it, but it's still the same number, which is D as in my name, David. So when you're looking for part for these motorcycles, you can go to China How if you are a business individual or a dealership, or that's about it. Only China How I know. And otherwise, if you had the motorcycle through warranty, you can go to Lifan, the website, which is owned by Wayne, the same guy from County Import. In fact, he gave me a great discount when I was buying this bike, so I recommend you to buy it from Lifan, from County Import, if you can. And then you can find some parts through AliExpress.com or the app, whichever ones you have. And that one you don't need to, you don't need a specific tax ID to create an account. But the parts that you will find are just the retainer clip, which still you're gonna have to do some heavy research. Not the retainer clip, the front sprocket, but you're gonna have to do some heavy research. So you can find the chain, the front sprocket, and some of the EFI electronic fuel injection material. I think you can also find the CDI. Yeah, it's common for all motorcycles. Or, yeah, pretty much you can find some light stuff, but China How is the original deal when you want to find parts for motorcycles, but you need to know the model for these bikes. Now, this is a video of me test riding this. I know there's been many videos of people test riding, but the way that I do videos, if you don't know, is that I go through my history. So I have a top video history. It changes over time. So when I see a video topic is competing with another video that is more higher, I go on and I make another video similar with another bike. So this week, the video topic that's competing right now, it's the sport bike version and the test riding. So might as well make a video, right? Before, it was the oil change. You understand? So because I'm already big on YouTube, even though I have few videos, around 46 or something like that, this will be the 46th one, and I'm not one of those spammers that's making videos going to pop high here and there, and all my videos are kind of informative. So I'm trying to compete with my viewers, or what they want, and I give them more. But there still is going to be more videos of that sport bike, the YY359H. Just going to have to be patient. Now, what I can say about this bike is that I'm not impressed, but I'm also impressed. As in, why I'm not impressed is because it handles like a dirt bike. The speed is very low. Once you have the bike for a while, you'll see first gear is not as fast as it used to be. That's once it's broken in. In fact, the 0 to 60 is around 16 seconds. A dirt bike would be around 15 to 16 seconds, so it's the same thing. But now here's the difference. It is fast. It's not as fast as the YY359A, but the top speed I've had this thing is around 82 miles per hour. Yeah, I can cruise that fast, and I'm a speed demon. So you must know I don't play around. Yeah, man, this is me here on traffic. You see, I do that route to work every day. This is around 22 miles from my house to where I work. And I use the same lane, the same tactic. I drive the same way with all my bikes. Doesn't matter if it's scooter. It's just that when they can't keep up with traffic, I change route and and I go half highway and the rest local, which takes around 1 hour for me to get home. But that was in the past. That was like 2 years ago. Nowadays, I'm running with the big boys, so I do full highways. Now this bike here has been through has been going out of state. You know the park, Dorney Park. So from New Jersey to CA, is it California? No, not California. Shoot, where's Dorney Park? I can't remember. But yeah, it's around 100 something miles. When I first had it, I wasn't even paying attention. Everything was done to me by Lifan, so I was a little bit new because that was my first conversion of a motorcycle. So I wanted something good that would take me through the process of learning how to maintain a bike, and for me not to do everything from the start. So if this is what you want to buy, I would recommend this bike 100%, because when you get it, it's not going to give you any problem whatsoever. I didn't have to do anything on this bike until, let's say, around 1,000 miles later. I did the oil change as recommended by the Yamaha XVS 250. I figured out that the engine takes a little bit more, and when I remove my exhaust shield, I figure out it takes a little bit even more. So yeah, and I adjust my chain slack every 500 miles like clockwork. But at the last time when I was changing the chain, it wouldn't adjust anymore. That's the time I had to inspect that chain to see why it wouldn't change and why it stretched so bad. And now every bike that I've bought or that I have now, I immediately change the chains because I know what I've been through with this bike. And what else? It hasn't had any valve clearance issue. It starts every morning. Doesn't matter if it's cold or hard. It starts beautifully. In fact, I'm gonna have to do the valve clearance at 7,400 and something miles, because this is not a standard small V-twin engine. This is like a big Yamaha XVS 650 engine. It's compared to as that. So the valve clearance, even though on that book, it would still tell you to do it at 4,400 miles, but this is fuel injected, meaning everything is adjusted properly the way it should be. There is no too much fuel, too much air, none of that BS. And you have to adjust with needle jet here and needle jet there, so the engine is running smooth. If you don't understand how this bike is, you know, it's perfectly smooth. I'm advertising for Lifan right now. They should pay me for that, but no, I'm not. I'm not getting any money from Lifan. But yeah, this bike, in fact, the last year I bought a lot of cheap material. I bought a cheap windshield. I bought a cheap engine's guard. I bought a cheap saddlebag. You can see everything here was bought directly from AliExpress. The saddlebag was $19. The windshield in the front is around $45. The extra mounting piece was around $22. Now, if you're buying these from Amazon, you're gonna pay a lot of money for them. But me, I like to buy things straight from China if they are Chinese stuff. So yeah, now this year I reinvented it. I'm buying everything over again. Obviously, I got a bit more money from the government here, from YouTube there, from no job there. I'm a little bit richer. So I bought a different crash metal for the engine. I bought the whole backrest over again. The one that I have is a used one from the Yamaha XVS 650. So I bought the real one that's made for the Lifan bike. I bought the saddlebag, the plastic one that came with the metal and all that. So yeah, I'm trying to make the bike happy because it made me happy when I've had it for these 9 months. I'm about to leave you guys. Rate, comment, and subscribe, and thanks for watching. Bye. she is. The beauty. This is the daring. Alright? I didn't buy this from AliExpress. I bought this from eBay. As you can see, it's old, and I had to fabricate the seat myself. That's why it's like this. This is a new cushion. That's the old cushion from the Yamaha, because the one that I bought was very bad. Alright? So the question is, how many mileage does this thing have? And how does it start? So, you get the key here. You hear everything. Right now we're at 6,131, which is 417. Exactly like that here. Maybe 1 minute less. Alright, now watch the... It wasn't running today.